In 2011, a small red envelope arrived at people's homes. Inside it, there was no movie, no disc, no product, just a message. And somehow, that message was more powerful than anything Hollywood had ever released. Because this company didn't sell entertainment, it sold attention. And once it had your attention, it never gave it back. How did a company that once mailed DVDs become the most influential storytelling machine in human history? How did it quietly rewrite how we think, how we relax, how we escape? And the real question, what did it cost us to make watching effortless? Netflix, the billion-dollar attention machine. Not a tech story, a human one. Before Netflix controlled nights, weekends, and entire cultures, there was a man who hated being late. Reed Hastings wasn't trying to disrupt media. He was trying to avoid embarrassment. One missed return, one forgotten DVD, one late fee, $40. That moment didn't just annoy him, it offended him. Because late fees weren't about discipline, they were about power. And Reed Hastings hated invisible power. Reed wasn't a filmmaker. He wasn't an artist. He wasn't even a media guy. He was a mathematician. And mathematicians don't ask, what looks good? They ask, what repeats? Patterns, systems, predictability. Netflix didn't start as a creative dream. It started as a control problem. Mail order DVDs sounded boring. No late fees sounded risky, but something strange happened. People didn't just rent movies, they relaxed. No deadline, no guilt, no punishment. Netflix didn't remove friction by accident. It discovered something deeper. When you remove pressure, people stay longer. And staying is everything. But this freedom came with a cost. And Netflix hadn't paid it yet. Blockbuster laughed. Why wouldn't they? They had stores, staff, shelves, dominance. Netflix had envelopes. But Netflix wasn't fighting Blockbuster. It was fighting human impatience, and impatience was winning. In 2000, Reed Hastings walked into Blockbuster's office. He didn't ask to compete. He asked to be bought. $50 million. Blockbuster said no. They didn't just reject the deal, they mocked it. That rejection didn't make Netflix stronger, it made it angrier. And anger is fuel. Netflix didn't leave that meeting with a plan. It left with a vow. If Blockbuster controlled movies, Netflix would control time. And once you control time, you don't need permission anymore. Netflix didn't defeat Blockbuster with better movies. It defeated them with patience. While Blockbuster was busy protecting stores, Netflix was studying behavior. Not trends, not taste. Behavior. What people do when no one is watching them. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Netflix never asked, what do people want to watch? It asked something far more dangerous. What do people do when they don't know what to choose? That question changed everything, because confusion is a moment of control. At first, recommendations were simple: ratings, genres, stars. But humans don't behave logically. You don't watch a romantic comedy because you love romance. Sometimes you watch it because you're lonely. Sometimes because you're tired. Sometimes because you want noise. Netflix saw that. And instead of fixing it, they built around it. Here's what Netflix understood before anyone else. Your brain doesn't crave content. It craves resolution. Every episode ends with a question. Every pause feels unfinished. Netflix removed the pause. No countdown, no reminder, no moment to breathe. Next episode starting in 5, 4, 3. That wasn't convenience. That was design. Binge watching wasn't discovered. It was engineered. 1 episode doesn't hook you. 3 episodes don't hook you. But the 4th, arrives when your guard is down, when fatigue blurs judgment. That's when stories stop being entertainment and start becoming habits. Netflix didn't create addiction. It created frictionless repetition, and repetition rewires behavior. Something strange started happening. People weren't asking, "What should we watch?" They were asking, "What does Netflix say we should watch?" Choice quietly disappeared. And when choice disappears, authority appears. Netflix wasn't a library anymore. It was a guide. Here's where Netflix made the most dangerous decision in its history. They stopped listening to Hollywood. They listened to data. Not scripts, not directors, not stars. Data. Data said political drama works. Data said anti-heroes work. Data said viewers don't stop after episode 3. So Netflix didn't greenlight a show. It approved a probability. House of Cards wasn't art first. It was math first. Something irreversible happened. Studios chased Netflix. Actors chased Netflix. Audiences followed Netflix. Netflix didn't just stream stories. It decided which stories deserve to exist. And when a platform decides that, it stops being entertainment. It becomes infrastructure. But control always creates resistance. Governments noticed, creators noticed, and viewers slowly noticed. Because when everything is optimized, something human gets lost. And Netflix was about to learn that attention has limits, even billion-dollar ones. Every empire reaches a moment where growth stops being visible, not because it slows down, but because it blends into daily life. Netflix didn't announce its dominance. It normalized it. No speeches, no warnings. Just a quiet question every night. What are you watching? Netflix told you it was giving you freedom. Thousands of titles, infinite options. But here's the truth. You never see the library. You see a curated mirror. Netflix doesn't show you what exists. It shows you what keeps you still. And stillness is retention. It knows when you pause. It knows when you rewind. It knows when you quit after 8 minutes. But more importantly, it knows when you're tired, lonely, avoiding something. Netflix doesn't predict taste. It predicts mood. And mood is easier to guide than opinion. Here's the line. Netflix never crossed publicly, but crossed quietly. It stopped serving stories. It started shaping attention cycles. When you binge, your brain stops evaluating. It accepts. That's not manipulation by force. That's influence by comfort. And comfort is the most persuasive tool humans have ever built. Netflix entered countries without understanding them. It didn't learn cultures. It compressed them. Stories became faster. Cuts became shorter. Silence disappeared. The world didn't adapt to Netflix. Netflix adapted the world to itself. Filmmakers complained. They said stories were becoming disposable. That depth was dying. That art was being optimized out. Netflix didn't argue. It didn't need to. Because numbers were louder than voices. And numbers don't feel guilt. People started feeling something strange. They watched more, but remembered less. They finished shows, but felt empty. The content didn't fail. The experience did. But no one blamed Netflix. Because Netflix never told you to keep watching. It just made stopping uncomfortable. This is what real power looks like. No villain, no command, no force. Just systems so smooth you forget they're there. Netflix didn't control you, it outpaced you. And speed always wins against reflection. But something began to shift. Attention started fragmenting. Competitors multiplied. Fatigue crept in. The same system that built Netflix was about to turn against it. Because humans don't rebel loudly, they drift. And drifting is dangerous for any empire built on staying. Empires don't collapse loudly, they slow down. Netflix didn't lose users overnight, it lost certainty. For the first time, growth wasn't automatic. For the first time, attention hesitated. People were still watching, but they were no longer amazed. And in the attention economy, amazement is oxygen. Every advantage Netflix once had became a template. Streaming wasn't special anymore. Algorithms weren't secret anymore. Original content wasn't rare anymore. Everyone learned the rules. Disney, Amazon, Apple. They didn't copy Netflix's content, they copied its logic. And when logic spreads, power dissolves. Something deeper happened. Viewers evolved. They became faster than stories, more distracted than plots, more selective with time. Binge-watching stopped feeling indulgent. It started feeling heavy. People weren't asking, "What should I watch?" They were asking, "Why am I still watching?" That question is dangerous for any platform built on continuation. Here's the cost no balance sheet shows. When everything is available, nothing feels essential. Stories blur, moments fade, meaning thins out. Netflix didn't destroy storytelling, it overfed it. And humans don't appreciate what never makes them wait. Netflix will be remembered not for its shows, but for its system. It taught the world how to package attention, how to remove friction, how to erase silence, how to replace endings with continuations. That knowledge won't disappear, even if Netflix does. Technology doesn't change us by force, it changes us by habit. Netflix didn't ask you to watch more, it asked you to stop noticing how long you'd been watching. And once time disappears, so does reflection. So ask yourself, was Netflix entertainment, or was it training? Training us to accept endlessness, to avoid silence, to fear stopping. Because a world that never pauses for meaning eventually forgets why it started. The next empire won't look like Netflix. It won't even look like a company. It will feel smaller, faster, closer. It won't ask for hours. It will ask for seconds. And that will be enough. Every empire begins as a solution. Every solution becomes a system, and every system eventually asks for a price. The question is no longer what we're watching. The question is, who's watching us while we do?